Good afternoon, shareholders. Linda Bird and Alexa Bass here with you today. Say hello, Alexa.
Hello, everyone.
She's navigating our video for us today. We have a presentation that I'm going to try to run through very quickly, but for a lot of you that did not make the conference, we've provided a slideshow PowerPoint presentation. And today actually is a significant day because we are having our first Brentwood community meeting, which is a protocol necessary for Metro Davidson County. And so once we meet that obligation today at 6:30, we will be meeting with everyone in the community to present Bella Serra Brentwood to them. Once we do that, we have a 3-council vote. That council meeting, our first one, will start November 8th. And so that's coming up very soon. Each of those council meetings will be 2 weeks apart. The first one, we will present everything as far as the site plan, and if they have any questions, we will be answering it on the second meeting. And then hopefully will be approved without having to go to the third meeting, but it's a possibility that we may have to go to the third. So let's quickly get to the presentation. We presented, actually we developed a slideshow for you on this. Actually, it should have started here, but we created the name Bella Serra Brentwood for our community. It will be a luxury Mediterranean hillside resort community created with the environment in mind. Bella Serra is derived from the Latin Italian influence, bella meaning beautiful and serra meaning views from a high place or high ridge, as our community rests along one of the highest peaks in Brentwood, with the top of our ridge line actually facing south into Brentwood, Franklin, and the mid to lower line development facing toward Nashville. Marvin and Eric gave Alexa and I the honor of coming up with the subdivision name, and after several suggestions, the majority selected Bella Serra Brentwood. It was actually overwhelming. Our luxury Mediterranean hillside resort development will offer the variety of custom single-family homes and the simplistic lifestyle living of condominium villas for the most discerning buyers of luxury living at its finest. The most unique feature of these homes will be the green sustainability factor, built with the consideration of the environment in mind. Bella Serra will be a high-quality luxury resort-style community with wellness in mind, while reducing carbon emission footprints and energy consumption to improve our quality of life. Bella Serra is a concept development using, as you all know, sustainable building products brought to us by well-known environmentalist Robert Plar, which most of you know. Bella Serra will be in not only in Nashville, but it will be Middle Tennessee's first fully sustainable community. It's a new approach to residential build application using light gauge steel framing with high quality magnesium oxide panels. With the two combined, it creates a sustainable structure resistant to 185 miles per hour, water and mold resistant, fire resistant to 3,500 degrees, with a burn rate of 5 hours before the material begins to break down. It is a sustainable build that will create peace of mind, health, and wellness for our community. Our first illustration here is one of our smaller models. This is our custom home series. It will begin from the $699,000 range to $800s. And these are pre-sale prices, and they are subject to change, just so you all know. But homes will range from the 3,000 square foot to 4,800 square feet. And again, as we have larger home requests, that will change. This next slide is our newest change for the development, and I'll tell you why here briefly when we get to the site plan. But it is a 4-unit complex, very unique design. We call it lifestyle condominiums because it will cater to those that are either empty nesters, don't really want a whole lot of yard to maintain, or just new couples starting out. But they actually will have 20 units of these, 20 complexes, and within these 4 units, so 80 units in total for the entire complex. And then the actually the single family homes will have 10 of those, so 90 units in total. But this unique feature right here is actually going to be a 2-level penthouse, and then we will have a 1,500 square foot, a 1,700 square foot, and a 1,900 square foot. The penthouse here will actually range from $699,000 and up. The 1,900 square feet will be around the 600 range. 1,700 square feet will be 525, and then the 1,500 being the smallest will begin in the 425,000 range. Our design inspiration actually came from a combination of photos that Alexa and I compiled with different concepts that we loved throughout the years. Along with, we took some suggestions from our lead architect, Todd Hubbard. We wanted a design concept to be Mediterranean style, which exemplifies the name chosen, of course, Bella Serra. After a few weeks of collaboration with Todd, we completed the design, and then Robert Plar, of course, added his final touches of the solar hydroponic features that we will show you in the future, and it will complete the sustainability model with Robert's designs and added in with the solar. And these homes will actually reduce electrical costs due to the unique insulation component of the magnesium oxide panels, and it will create an R factor from 39 to 60. The solar features also reduce carbon footprint. The insurance costs will be significantly lower. Actually, we did a recent study with 4,000 square foot home, and the per year cost for insurance was $150, so that's pretty significant. Next slide, it actually shows a better model of the side where the 2-level penthouse is at. And that's on the left here, along with 1,500 square feet and 1,700 and 1,900, so on. The next slide is just another view that shows you a little bit more of the balcony views. Each level will have significant in the front and also to the side. There's going to be a rear access that has garages. The 2-level will have a long garage that's actually front to back, so 2 parking spaces for the penthouse, and then each of these will have 1 individual. The 1,500 square feet actually will have an exterior well, it's more of a carport type covering. It will be Mediterranean style as well. Now, why the development change? And you'll understand this from a financial standpoint, but our site plan, the way the terrain was, it was very complex, so we had to, on the higher peaks, change it to more multifamily, to address the stability issues. It just was a no-brainer for our site plan group to suggest that those be on the higher part of the ridge. But our bordering projects had a vast price point difference. Therefore, we had to make price adjustments for the inventory, and we had to cater to all of these different price levels throughout the development. Hence, starting from the 400 range up to 900,000 is what we'll have. But Turnberry actually borders us on the highest part of our ridge, and they start from the 800,000s to $1 million plus. Mill Ridge Townhome is also a condo multifamily mix. They're beginning in the 200 range. That recently was announced, and they started about 6 months ago. That was we had no knowledge of that once, when we bought the 60 acres. So we had to make those adjustments to cater to the area. Goodall Builders, they're presenting 125 active adult community planned development in the 300s, starting in the 300s, and those will be single family, 1-level homes. Burkett Commons, it actually started in 2016. Very successful project, very similar to ours. Of course, we'll have more luxury finishes than this, but it was a $60 million project that started, and they are actually still in development. They've added on significantly more than the proposed 200 that they had. Same with Lenox Village. They proposed 200 single family and multifamily. So it's a combination of the two that has worked very well in the Nashville area. And there's links that will be provided on Twitter as well for you all. But the topography challenges, it left us with less buildable parcel due to stream buffers, cliff buffers, parcel setbacks. There was 2 caves as well. One we will use as a very beautiful landscape feature. But in total, about 11 acres of lost space due to that challenge. So we had to be resourceful and create a mixture of multifamily along with the single family to make our financial projections actually even better than originally planned. But this is our Bella Serra site plan that Dell and Associates created for us. It shows phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 will have 20 complexes. This center one here that may turn into a actual swimming pool area, amenity area, along with our clubhouse retreat. Single family homes will be from the mid part of the parcel. This is 30 acres. Turnberry is actually here. Bluff Road is along here. So our stream in the front will actually be, the homes will actually look out toward that and toward the views of Nashville. Our second phase, while this is being developed, obviously the equity gain, it will be tremendous, as I will explain here in a moment. But we will only have 11 complexes of multifamily here, and we will actually have 19 luxury single family homes. So that'll change a little bit as demand, goes with the first phase, so we will see. But we will actually be half-acre lots also on the single family, and these will actually be 50 feet apart, so it will be very proportionate with the hillside on the multifamily. We're actually going for an RM4 proposed zoning, which means 4 units per complex, or 4 single-family homes per acre. But what we were planning to do is more of an RM2, but they don't actually have that. So there's 2 per acre that we will plan to have in our subdivision, in our Mediterranean Hillside Villa concept. But again, phase 1 is preserving 11 acres. We will have greenways coming through here, beautiful greenways that lead and run along the stream side. So it's going to be very beautiful, along with our pool house and also the clubhouse as well. Most of you know the last press release of our projected single family subdivision was going to bring in gross revenues of $28 million. We have exciting news of the restructuring along with the multifamily, along with the single family, will bring in total gross inventory revenues of $52,470,000 after site planning costs, the cost of the land, the inventory to construct will be a net profit of $19,900,650. Our Bluff Road parcel was purchased for $33,000 per acre, and the average unimproved lots surrounding within our 2-mile radius averages $70,000 to $173,000 per acre unimproved. Improved lots around our 2-mile radius sold for $360,000 per acre. So once we have the site planning and infrastructure in place, it will be significant, the increase in the value. And as our phase 1 develops, our phase 2 will be gaining equity as it sits. So we hope you enjoyed the presentation for today. And now Alexa and I are heading to meet Marvin at the first Brentwood community meeting.